preschoolers. So we just finished reading a story called What Kind of Bug Am I? And in that book, we had to guess what kind of bug we were looking at just based on how they look. So in that book, we learned about bees and that they are black and yellow striped. So I thought this would be the perfect time to learn a little bit more about them. Lots of times we're scared of bees, and it's important to know that we don't have to be afraid of them. If we leave them alone, they'll leave us alone, and they can get back to helping us. So this book is called Buzz Bee, and the author of this book is Jennifer Szymanski. That means she wrote all of the words you're going to hear. And the pictures in this book are real pictures, just like the last one. So we're going to see real pictures of real bees and how they help us. Are you ready to find out how they do it? Let's get started. So here are some of the things about bees. It says what they need to live. They need nectar, pollen, a hive, and honey. And some of the things that they do are they buzz, fly, eat, drink, and dance. Did you know that bees could dance? I didn't either. I can't wait to find out why bees dance and how they do it. Let's get started so we can find out. Buzz bee. A bee flies in the air. It looks for a flower. There's the bee, and there's the flower. There's a sweet treat in flowers. It's called nectar. So nectar is like a sweet liquid that is in flowers, and bees like to drink it. And it says the bee drinks. The bee eats. It eats pollen. So look at this bee right here. It's covered in yellow pollen. Pollen is on flowers, and it's what bees use to, it's called pollinate. They go from flower to flower, and that's what helps flowers grow. So it sticks to them. It says it gets pollen to take home. It says bees carry pollen in a basket on their legs. So see, they fly into the flower, they get the pollen all stuck to them, and then they put it in a little pocket to take it home. I wonder where the bees live. Let's see if you're right. A bee's home is called a hive. Did you guess that bees live in a beehive? Nice job. Many bees live in a hive. So it sounds like lots of bees live together. Bees put pollen in the hive. So they take the pollen that they collected in their pocket and they take it back to the hive. They make honey from nectar too. Once nectar becomes honey, bees put it in a honeycomb. So they take the pollen and they take the nectar, they bring it back to the hive, and they make honey. So once the honey's made, they put it in these little holes right here, and this is called a honeycomb. Have you ever tried honey? It's yummy, isn't it? Did you know that it came from bees? That's one way that bees help us. Now there's food in the hive. Other bees can eat the pollen and honey. So look at all those bees. They're working together. They all fly out and collect pollen and nectar, and then they bring it back to the hive so that they can turn it into honey for other bees to eat. So it sounds like they help each other too. In the hive, a bee dances. So there it is. Bees do dance. The dance tells other bees where to find nectar. So they don't dance for fun like we do. They're dancing so that they can talk to each other. Since bees don't talk with a voice like we do, bees use different ways to talk to each other, and one of those ways is dancing. So they do a dance, and it helps the other bees know where they can go to get food too. It says the bee moves from side to side. This is called a waggle dance. So waggle, waggle, waggle. And that helps the other bees know where to go. The bee flies out of the hive. They look for nectar. So then the other bees go out once they know where to go. They use the dance to find the right flower. They need to find the right flower so that they're able to collect the nectar and pollen that they need. And then it says buzz bee. Nectar and pollen, what are they like? Nectar drips, it's sweet. So look at, there's the bee using what looks kind of like a tongue to drink nectar. And pollen is made up of tiny balls. It's like powder. So you see the little tiny dots? That's pollen, and it comes off of flowers. And like we learned in the book, it sticks to them. So bees help make flowers grow, they help fruit and vegetables grow. And if we didn't have bees to fly around and collect the pollen and then they fly to another flower, we wouldn't have flowers and we wouldn't have fruit and we wouldn't have vegetables. So those are all different ways that bees help us. Plus, they give us that yummy, yummy honey. So now it's your turn to think of a spot that you can do a waggle dance to tell your friends how to get there. So at home, I want you to find a special place in your house or outside and do a dance and help your parents or maybe your brother or sister know how to get to the room you're thinking about. So you can have someone write in the comments how your dance went, or if you want to, you can draw me a picture of your dance. I can't wait to hear all about your dances and how they helped your family understand what you were trying to tell them, just like a bee. See you next time, preschoolers. Bye.